that democratic societies are strengthened by genuine checks and balances, and that fundamental changes would be, oh boy, hey, y'all ready to, we're about to coup Israel. Are you ready, boys? Let's do it. And that fundamental changes should be pursued with the broadest possible base of popular support. I meant to cover this on stream, unfortunately, a little bit ago, but I was bludgeoned over the head by some of the worst transphobic arguments you have ever seen in that debate. Go follow my YouTube to find out. Anyway, has anyone here heard of the little fucky wucky that Netanyahu, known fascist genocidal freak Netanyahu, has made? See, old boy decided, I'm not a dictator enough. So what if we just separate the branches of government? And in fact, I'm the only branch of government. How cool would that be? How goofy would that be? And then the defense minister said, I don't think that's cool. And then he ousted the defense minister. There's the TLDR. Explain it like I'm 5. Okay, so Netanyahu finally went too far. Yes, this is what it was. I'm okay with genocide, but I draw the line at dictatorship and fascism. You can excuse genocide? And that's the meme. Throughout the day, on Monday, these protests are still going on. When was this written? 27th? Okay, well. Israel was consumed by protests. Massive crowds gathered outside Knesset, Israel's parliament, and in the streets of its major cities. The economy ground to a halt amidst a general strike. Everything from airports to Israeli embassies abroad, the 226, that's crazy. McDonald's franchise is shut down. They said no Big Mac for you, buddy. It is the largest protest movement in the entirety of Israeli history, one that has been taking to the streets for the past several months, but reached new heights after Netanyahu fired Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. We're going to be doing so much reading comprehension checks on stream. Are you ready? If I remember correctly, the pilots of the IDF were protesting and not showing up for training at the beginning of March. Yeah, here we go. Times of Israel. Protesting Air Force pilots agreed to hold talks on base but won't train. This was at the beginning of March. Yeah, even the fucking the IDF, the IAF? Did I get that wrong? No, the IDF, yeah. I didn't know if there was like a separate wing, pun intended, for pilots. Yeah, even the IDF is saying, this isn't, you're posting cringe, bro. You get weird vibes from Israel. The YouTube ads are like, hey, come party here, and then, oh, it's more than a conservative hellhole. It's akin to insert genocide, oppression, passive genocide at best, and active genocide. Let's more materially think of like Jim Crow and like the bombings in Tulsa and like everything kind of just like combined into a government, and that's what Israel is. Israel is an apartheid state. How crazy is that? Anyway, it's the largest protest movement in the entirety of Israeli history, one that has been taking to the streets for the past several months, but reached new heights after Netanyahu fired the defense minister on Sunday. The aim was to stop what Gallant and many other Israelis saw as a moral threat to its democracy, a judicial overhaul bill that would wreck the country's separation of powers and allow incumbent Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government to impose its will on the country with little opposition. See, oh God, there have been so many comparisons to Trump and the Trump administration. No, see, Trump just likes money and self-preservation. Netanyahu is more akin to like a Ron DeSantis type, you know, genuinely actually believes in the crazy fascistic shit that he's espousing and is taking active steps to ensure that. Later in the day, there were some signs that upheaval had an impact. Netanyahu officially announced that he would delay the judicial overhaul until the next legislative session, calling for a timeout that would give an opportunity for real dialogue. What is the fucking real dialogue here going to look like? Who's going to be involved in that real dialogue? Guys, I just think it would be really neat if I had all the power. I just think that would be a based little meme. This is absurd. He's hoping, he's praying that he can keep hitting the actually, hey guys, aren't Palestinians bad button. He's praying that he can push that enough times to distract the Israeli population from what's going on, from the stripping away of what little remnants of their democracy they have left. It reminds me of Erdogan and the Kurds. It's the same fucking playbook, except see, Netanyahu kind of pushed that genocide button a little bit too hard, a little bit too many times. And Israelis are fine with the genocide thing, but they are not fine. They are not fine with their government being undemocratically stripped away from them. There's no distraction at this point. Absolutely free Palestine, true. Never a truer thing has been mentioned in chat before. It's not even micro-fascism. It's just blatant fascism. Cocoa Pup. It's macro-fascism, I dare say. How to think about this extraordinary series of events is a sign of Israelis' democracy's strength or its weakness. The answer to that question is both. Netanyahu's judicial bill was indeed an existential threat to Israeli democracy. That the country's people mobilized in extraordinary numbers to block it is a sign of deep support for democracy inside the Israeli population. Democracy for who, though? I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess solidarity with the Israeli population for standing up for their democracy, but that's as far as my solidarity goes. See, I'm not saying that the entirety of the Israeli population are genocidal freaks that are anti-Palestinian. There are Israelis who are supporters of the Palestinian plight, both domestically and in the States as well. You know, there are outspoken advocates for the freeing of Palestine. However, Israel is has a uniquely genocidal ideology within the majority of its populace. One in which I can't give too much credit, too much levity to. Absolutely. A lot of people were sold on the anti-Arab hate. Congrats on getting out of that. Here's the statement from the White House, speaking of, from Joe Brandon, another common dark Brandon W. President Joseph R. Robinette Biden Jr. spoke today with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel. He welcomed the March 19th meeting in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, between senior political and security officials from Israel, the Palestinian Authority, Egypt, Jordan, and the United States, with aim to... Oh shit, Jordan gonna be there? That's crazy. All right, stop. And the United States with aim to reduce tensions. The president reinforced the need for all sides to take urgent collaborative steps to enhance the security coordination, condemn all acts of terrorism, and maintain the viability of a two-state solution. Oh, God. Well, he had a moment. The two-state solution is the best that we're going to be able to do, but what that looks like is rough right now with where the Palestinians stand. I mean, actually, like, materially, where they stand, where their land is right now. The president also underscored his belief that democratic values have always been and must remain a hallmark of the U.S.-Israel relationship, that democratic societies are strengthened by genuine checks and balances, and that fundamental changes would be, oh boy, hey, y'all ready to... We're about to coup Israel. Are you ready, boys? Let's do it. And that fundamental changes should be pursued with the broadest possible base of popular support. The president offered support for efforts underway to forge a compromise on the why. Why not just a direct condemnation? Oh, you almost had me, buddy. I was almost going to compliment you on something. My fucking B. The president offered support for efforts underway to forge a compromise on proposed judicial reforms consistent with those core principles. Yeah, hey, I applaud you on compromising fascism. Maybe just a little bit less fascism. How does that sound? I love compromise. Both sides are equal. Finally, President Biden reiterated his unwavering commitment to Israel security and the ongoing cooperation between our national security teams, including to counter all threats posed by Iran. Damn. Here we go. Both leaders agreed to stay in regular contact over the coming weeks, which I'm sure we're going to be following. Do y'all want to look at some footage? Oh, yes, the conflation of anti-Israeli politics as anti-Semitism. Unfortunately, old boy Bernie was no stranger to this. He went on many a town hall and just as a Jewish man said, hey, being anti-imperialism and anti-genocide is not anti-Semitic. Can you believe it? It's crazy that we need to make that distinction. It's understandable, like, the plight of Jews is understandable, and that fear makes sense. It explains, but it doesn't excuse, you know? Yeah, getting ready to destabilize another Middle Eastern government. Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go, baby. Oh, this is some bullshit. Goodbye. I think that was the least dumb first, like, chatter. Like, someone just coming in to say some dumb shit. That was the least dumb shit that's been posted by a first-time chatter. Can you believe it? I promote my own goddamn streams well enough. Thank you very much. Through my natural charisma and my swollen balls. Okay. Wow, that's very loud. Understandably so. Yeah, oh yeah, the police chief in Tel Aviv. That's what this one is. Sorry, I didn't even read the caption. Yeah, the police chief is standing in solidarity. The real question, the real question is what the IDF is going to do in response to this. But the police are standing with the protesters here. Understandably so, because what is a police? What's the function of police in under Netanyahu's new fascist regime, you know? Or heightened fascist regime. Here's more. Look at this. Oh my god, look at that. Look at all these people. The entirety of Israel right now. Yeah, I would love to see something like this in America here. Are you kidding me? Look at this outstanding support. Genuine this is what solidarity looks like. Yeah. And again, you know, I would... Oh, man, we actually... we have a tweet pulled up. Mehdi kind of made the point very succinctly that I was laboriously trying to make. I'm glad to see so many Israelis protesting their far-right government's attempt to turn Israel into a dictatorship. On the other hand, I wonder where all their protests were over West Bank Palestinians living under an Israeli dictatorship for over 50 years. True. So true. Hanson. Hey. He licking he paw. Whoa. Yeah, you got caught by the auto mod there. I'm not gonna put that message on. What an unfortunate typo you just made, buddy. Yeah, a likely excuse, Cocoa Pup. Strike one. That was rough. Unfortunate. Yeah. General theocratic fascism bad. I don't think that's a hot take. Do y'all want to see an unhinged one from Ben Shabibs? There is no boot too big for that glizzy goat throat of his. Are you ready for this?
Just to get the international media's logic straight, France's democracy is not in peril when the president of the country tries to ram through the social security reform of a parliamentary vote. Democracy is only imperiled when an elected Israeli coalition attempts to curb the power of the unelected judiciary.
What a big fucking brain take. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry. Any Ben Shabibo stands here? This is your guy. The stripping away of democracy. This is your guy. I've got nothing. Every day I wake up realizing that my enemies are ontologically evil and no act of violence levied against them is wrong. No, these two things are not comparable in the slightest, Ben. I never thought that I would ever have to make this statement, but raising the age of retirement by 2 years is not the same as stripping away the other branches of a government. Can you believe it? These are not comparable things. I'm gonna fucking lose it, dog. This is your big-brained constituent on the right. This is your guy. Unhinged. Touching grass is not enough for Ben. Okay? He just needs to accept the hours and hours, the deluge of sissy hypno porn that he's been watching. He just needs to slap on the thigh-high socks at this point, okay? That's the only thing that can save him. Inshallah. You know how you can fix that, Cocoa Pup? Well, actually, you can't. You don't know how because you're stuck in an ad. You can fix that by subscribing, either for $5 or for free with an Amazon Prime. Or maybe a lovely chatter will gift you a subscription. How cool would that be? Anyway. Let's go, baby! You made the right move. Welcome. Twitch saw all that money, so, you know. Yeah, founder badges. Let's go, baby. I was, one of the things, I think I can make custom badges, and I was thinking instead of doing a sickle and hammer. We could do like a sickle and hammer for like subscriber badges, but I don't know if we can do that on Twitch or if I need to step up and get my own website. But I was thinking that we could do either way, at least down the line. The beard comb and hammer, right? Kind of fits in line with Johnny Bravo. Coco sub. True mash buttons. Okay. Tying this back. We're focused. We have never been more focused than we are right now. Solidarity, okay, with the Israeli plight to try and retake the crumbs of their democracy that are at threat. However, that being said, boy, it sure would be nice if similar protests would be had and similar outrage would be had for the Palestinian genocide. It will be interesting to see the global response to this, as normally it has been very anti-Palestinian and pro-IDF. I don't know if the White House is I don't know if old Brandon is going to make good on his promise to shake up another Middle Eastern government. I don't know. We'll see. The real question is what the IDF does. If the IDF stands with or against Netanyahu, but I don't want to speak too soon, knock on wood, but it's appearing like we might have a little bit of a shakeup in Israel. I would hope, without conflating these two issues, okay? I would hope that this is the starting step towards a betterment of the Palestinian people. I would hope that the potential ousting of Netanyahu begets something better for the Palestinian people. How does that sound? Agreed? Perfect. We can end the segment then. Coco Pup called it. You wanted more content from me? Too bad. Coco Pup called it. Yes, free Palestine. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you're so inclined, feel free to like and share the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more. If you would like to join chat on stream, go pop on over to twitch.tv/CommieBravo. I hope to see you there.